Good afternoon. I had an epiphany that I wanted to share. And, I grew up, I had a really rough beginning. As a 4-year-old little girl, I got violated by a distant relative, and my innocence was stolen, and it happened until I was 10 years old. And so when that person died, the abuse stopped. However, I was completely messed up, and to survive all of that terrible trauma that was going on, my survival mode was to become numb, like a robot, no emotions, no feelings. And I mastered that. And I was like that until I was about 18, 19 years old. And I lived very shallow. On the surface, could not get deep about anything. I kept friends at a distance. I wouldn't get close to family members. I just kept everybody away. And I had lots and lots of friends, but I wouldn't let anybody really get in. And it was because I just felt awful about myself. I carried a lot of guilt and shame. Shame is awful to live with. And because I never told anybody, and I just buried and kept that secret in the darkness, hidden, the enemy used that to break down my spirit. It was crushed. And so anyways, as a result, I couldn't receive love nor give love to anybody. And especially God. I always kept God at bay and always thought God was mad at me. I could not abide by all the laws and rules that were set out, going to confession. And I was a practicing Roman Catholic at the time, and I just couldn't abide by everything. So I always felt like God was mad at me, and I was never good enough, and I wasn't loved by God. And so I could not receive his love. So anyways, when I began my healing journey and I brought God into the picture and I allowed him to love me out of my mess, all of a sudden I began to, when I received his love, I began to learn to love. And now, fast forward 30 years later, I love people so hard. My eyes are leaking with happy crying 90% of the time. I laugh. I am so full of joy. I give love to everybody around me, even those that don't love me back. It doesn't matter. I love them with the joy and the love of the Lord, because God has instructed me to love my neighbor as myself. And I love me now. I never loved me, but I do genuinely love me now. God loved me out of that mess. So, those who have hard hearts, you need to examine yourself, and you need to allow yourself to receive the love that God has there as a free gift for you.